How's it going, everybody? So today I'm taking on the project of sound deadening my STI. Basically, I have exhaust on it and it's really loud. I like it a lot, but it just kind of has too much sound intruding into the cabin. And through some research, I found out that using Dynamat, or what you will see is, like Dynamat's cheap alternative, will hopefully get rid of some of that sound. And I'm gonna show you right now what I got. So after doing a little bit of online research, I got this mat off Amazon. It's called Noico. Rusty, come on, dude. Anyway, Noico sound deadening mat. You'll see it as it gets applied. And then also my dog. Look out! This here. This is the mass loaded vinyl as well. I got this giant roll for pretty cheap on Amazon. Those two combined should really reduce the sound that's inside my car. Yeah. The reason why I'm doing it right here and starting this video right here is because it's really loud out there. Heater going, car sitting with the trunk open. Just wanted it to be quiet. Let's get started. So this is how the trunk looks so far, with just taking out the carpet and those those foam pieces that sit in here. That foam doesn't do much. I'm going to show you it really quick. So here's the foam. Now this does actually deaden the sound, but from what I've learned, this only deadens like the higher pitch sounds that come through the car, and my exhaust is super deep, so I'm trying to get rid of that deeper stuff, which is what the Dynamat does. So now, come on, okay, hopefully there's enough light, but I gotta take this off, and then go over here, this, and I don't know what the hell that is. There's like a black, I don't know, you probably can't see it, but there's like a black piece right there I need to take off. And then also, commonly mistaken, is this tire here is actually a part of the structure of the vehicle when it's mounted down. So what I read is you do not want to put that Dynamat stuff in like underneath the tire when it mounts. You want to like avoid it completely. So I may honestly just leave it there. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna kind of take it off and look and see, but as of right now, you should know that you leave that as the structure of the car. So this might actually be some of the sound deadener that this car has. This is it. This little like crappy piece. Not really much, obviously. So like that needs some. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm gonna go through. I gotta clean this off. Keep rubbing against it. You guys ready to get triggered? This triggers me too. Oh god. Yeah. I might as well repaint it. It's now for sure. Alright, so the whole trunk is out. And I found that putting down the seats and I opened all the windows just lets more light in, easier to see. Of course I got this Harbor Freight thing. I've taken this off the trunk too because I think I'm going to try and do some sound deadening on that as well. It's one big hollow turd. Honestly, like this thing, when you shut these, any of you guys know, it just sounds like shit. It just poof. Doesn't sound like there's like any quality whatsoever in that thing. So I've been knocking around a lot in here. The huge major spot is these. Listen to this. Sounds like you're knocking on like an empty gas tank. Alright, so I've started off not down here, but actually on the trunk. And as you can see, I've laid out the different pieces up here. I'm taking the time to also lay pieces behind the extra metal, I guess, here. Because of knocking on that, it sounds really loud. Took care of a lot of that. Both sides done. Doesn't really, you don't need that complete coverage, as a lot of pages say. It's only about 30%. So now there's also the trim piece here that I'm going to finish this off with a piece of mass loaded vinyl that I'm going to put on top of the carpeted trim piece that goes up here, and that should finish it off. All right, so trunk lid's in. Rock solid. I love it. I'm excited. Next, I have done this whole side with little pieces over here that I kind of just had extra. I just threw them on, screw it. So yeah, these two are just kind of whatever. But did down in here with big pieces there. Also behind this piece I put some, just put it behind it just to reduce all the shiny on this side. And then some over here I still need to actually like roll it and flatten it out here. This is pretty solid. I don't know if I'm gonna do there. Pretty solid. I'm kind of working my way across. Next is this, and then here, and then we'll do where the spare tire is. Like I'd said before, the spare tire is structurally part of the there's some word for it, I can't, it's just part of the structure of the car. So you don't want to be dynamatting or Noico matting underneath it. You want to go around it. You don't need to do underneath it. So I'm gonna be doing these edges here next, as well as this, and I'll see you then. All right, here's where I'm at now. Just did where the spare tire was. I had it in there for reference, and then I took it out just to roll everything, and then I will be moving on to the right side and then doing some mass loaded vinyl on the seat. I'll show that step, but this right side is going to be pretty similar to the left side. All right, here it is. Trunk is done. Everywhere from here to back behind that to every spot that it knocks is now so much more solid sounding. And also, I'm going to take some mass loaded vinyl and actually slip it behind the seats in this area. See what it does. Both seats right here and right here. There's actually a lip right on this seat, so you can't slip it through this side as easily as you could slip it through these two sides here. So that's what I'm going to do. I had a little extra barrier from here. I got to measure everything first, but it's working out so far. All right, everything's back in place. We have the mass loaded vinyl sitting underneath this carpet. I know that's not the exact way that they recommend to do it, but this is how I'm doing it. The sides are back in. There's actually mass loaded vinyl behind this too, on both sides. And there's mass loaded vinyl behind the seats. I mean, it's too dark, but there's this behind the carpet trim that's in the seats. So this better be soundproof. And to find out, let's, I'm gonna hop in the back and see. So, if I can find my key, which I always lose. Where is it? Dude, I swear.
Keys?
Yeah.
I thought I saw them on the stair.
Yep. Every time. All right, here you go. See how quiet it is compared with that thing out there? Let's just see. Let's just see. I just want to see. Yeah, do it. All right. All right, go ahead. Holy crap. Yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. Alright guys, it's the next day. All the sound deadening's in. I even didn't show on camera, but I went to Lowe's and bought like a foam mat, which you're supposed to use like closed cell foam as like the very last layer, even above that vinyl that I showed. That helped even more. So my impressions of driving the car is, you know, it's not completely gone. The sound, it's still there obviously, which is what I wanted. The valance, I don't know why I keep calling it a valance. The rear deck lid thing where the subwoofer sits in, you know, behind the rear seats, still needs to be done, because that's like the place where I'm hearing the sound come through. But it's crazy how much the edge has been taken off the exhaust. Before it like boomed into the interior and like bounced around and like made your brain rattle and you're like, oh, I can't stand this. I mean, it sounded good, but you know, over time it gets annoying. So it took that, it like completely took that edge off. The sound's still there, but it's muffled so much. Elliot even called it like sounded like a resonator. That's probably what like the technical term for it is a resonator. So that's awesome. I hope I helped some people out, maybe making a decision in this. I would recommend it if you like the sound of your exhaust, but you just don't like how loud it is. So I might do some more stuff because I had bought 1 pack of that Noico sound deadening off Amazon, which was 9 sheets. I used 4 on my car, and I used like one in 2/3. Just gave Elliot some because he needed to do some in his WRX. I still have a ton left, so I might do my doors. I don't know. I'm not trying to turn this thing into a Bentley, but anyway, hope you liked the video. Hopefully it helps some people out with deciding whether or not they want to do this to their car. And like, subscribe. See you guys in the next video.